There it is. What's going on, Fishing Maniacs? Welcome back to another one. Thanks for hanging out. I don't even have the chat up. Looking like a real rookie. I'm like, what's going on over there? There we go. We got the boy Nico out.
How's everybody? Hey.
Chilling. We're talking about some jerking tonight.
Yeah.
Some jerk baiting, you know.
You think my arm would be this much bigger, you know?
Right.
All the time.
You got the Stewie arm. You got the Stewie arm, but that was a funny episode.
Yeah.
We'll get a little check-in real quick. Early bird special, my boy Dave Raleigh. What is that? 5:57, my boys saying what's up. Early bird special. Salute to my boy Dave Raleigh. Appreciate you, man. Scott in here early, like always. My boy 5'10". What's up, brother? Malone. Woody. I got to give you a call, brother. I always enjoy our chats. My boy Corey.
I've seen all the comments. Hey, Michael. What's up?
Yep. Well, feel free to jump in whenever you want, dude. You want to say hi? You see, because you catch. If you're further than me, I'm slow. So.
Oh, okay. I just see these popping up.
Yeah, because I like scroll up and then I try to hit them as I see them. Trevor in the building, guys. If you aren't following Trevor, check out Trevor's channel. He just started posting some videos. He got some cool stuff up, some different angles on stuff. I like it. That's my boy too. He can fish. You know what he's talking about. Michael Bradley in the building. Michael Bradley lives around us, dude. He fishes oh my god, what is it? Is it Round Out? Not Round Out. Is it? Yeah. What's the when we went and fished the Hudson?
Oh yeah, Round Out Creek.
Round Out Creek. That's what I thought. Yeah, Round Out. Michael Bradley goes there.
Round Out. Oh, okay.
He goes there every weekend on his boat.
Nice.
So I'm probably gonna drive up there and jump on his boat this year.
Yeah, man, that's it. Oh, up on those jetties and those flats out there.
Yeah, it's different.
The creek on the Hudson. That's catching those freaking bass on that little, little baits in the murky tidal water.
It was weird day. It didn't come back. The tide came in.
Mm-hmm.
Once the tide came in, it was like
started out was like you're like down and you're looking at the wall. Next thing you know, you're like above the wall. You're like, holy smokes! It came in.
And it doesn't. You don't feel it at all. That was definitely good.
Yeah, it's
Charlie
tricky.
in the building. Viv, what's up? I think keeps Diggs in the building. Gina in the building. Got the whole gang out. Appreciate y'all. Frank, my boy, good to have you back.
Yeah, there's Rich. Nico can't fish hasn't beaten me yet.
There it is.
K for killer. That's right. K for killer. N-I-K-O. Spelling my name wrong, but it's all good.
He said he probably got him. I don't know. Did you get him this year?
I mean, I've done better than him. I haven't gotten a first, though.
Okay.
I've outfished him, but I haven't gotten a first. Second's been my forte. I got that a couple times. Started, was it Rio?
Yeah, I know you got some good finishes, dude. You freaking I wanted to talk about that too. You freaking snake.
The end of the October,
Dude,
it was nice. There's only like two random dudes out there, locals out there. The water was like all the way down. It was crazy. It was like there's like a middle like hump that was out of the water. The bridge was all the way out of the water. I went down like an extra like 20 yards from like where like we normally launched. It's like a trickle. I got all the way out there to like the middle of the lake, and I was just fishing shallow on little drop-offs, throwing a jerkbait all day. And that's what they wanted. But it took a little bit. It took till like midday. 9 o'clock was when I got like 9 something was my first like fish. But I was like, I'm like, damn, it was nothing. But once that sun came, Something flashy, man. That was the thing. It was like a
Dude,
flash.
that was
I
the
remember
same
you
thing.
called me, and I was like, throw something flashy, and then the next thing you
Yep.
know, you're like, I'm catching them. I'm like, oh shit,
Yeah.
I should have told him to throw something flashy. I only got 4 fish. He's starting to get in them.
Yeah, dude, it turned on. It really did.
Yeah, that was fun.
Because I was catching them on a jerkbait. I was with Rich. Rich was already catching them, like right next to me, was whipping my ass, and I was like, all right, let me try to figure this out. And I got it down. I started catching a few, and then the bite kind of died off, and it like kind of just lulled out. And I was like, all right, well, I can't just follow Rich around all day.
Yeah.
You know, I was like, I gotta go. So Rich went around the corner, and I think I went back. I forgot which way, but yeah, that's when I spoke to you, and that's when I tied on.
You put on the world minnow, right?
Yeah, the world minnow.
I remember that. Yeah.
That thing's decent, but yeah. But yeah, then you sneaked me out because you didn't have. There's no service at Rio.
No.
So I remember I'm coming off the boat ramp, and I'm like, yo, I think I was in what, second or third?
Yeah, second. Yeah, you got third. You're in second. Then I uploaded all my fish.
I just gotta see if
got
Nico
that one 18 and a half or something like that.
Yeah. Joke, yo.
Yeah.
That
was fun. When I loaded up, I was like, oh shit. At first I thought it was like not even that big, and then it like turned, and I was like, oh, it's a decent one. And I was like, oh, it's 18, okay. But I didn't think I got big fish though. I thought someone for sure would have gotten like a 20-incher on the.
That actually came in a care package. I mean, here I might as well pull it out. We keep talking about it. This actually came.
Oh, they got them at Tackle Warehouse. You can get them on Amazon. They got them all over the place. Those world minnows, actually.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're not that. They got a whole.
I saved money on them. Vogel. This was in one of the care packages from Vogel. Honestly.
Oh, nice. Yeah, they got the.
You might have sent this to me after.
I forgot what we call this. This one's pretty sweet. That's like clear water, like it's like almost like
those are nice. All right, so look, let's go ahead and
hit me up with some questions because I don't really know to just start randomly.
Questions for Nico. Let him fly. First question. Let's get it out the way. Favorite jerkbait. I think I know the answer, but favorite jerkbait and why?
You know, it's a Vision 110.
Yeah. Any specific model, size?
Damn. Well, it's so hard. You know, it's like, oh, what's your favorite freaking?
I know.
I don't know, candy or something, right? Like, I was gonna say, if I need to get bit, like just absolutely have to get bit, it's gonna be a 110 Junior +1. Hands down, 110 Junior +1. If I gotta get a bite, it's gonna be 110 Junior +1. And then my favorite color out of the entire Mega Bass line, which is funny. I feel like a lot of guys don't. Well, no, there's a good amount of people that fish this color, but I feel like it should be, especially in the Northeast, it's got to be thrown more. And it's perch. That gold perch, dude.
Yeah.
That GP perch. This color is like so universal because you could throw it in clear water. You could throw it in stained water. You could throw it when it's cloudy. You could throw it when it's sunny. Like, it's just like a good color. Like, I'll throw it in the Adirondacks in like that super tannic water. They bite it. I could throw it in like, in Skinny Atlas, like the Finger Lake where it's gin clear. They're gonna bite it. Yeah. It's just a good color. I love my favorite color hands down is perch. I could throw that anywhere. I throw that the most. Like I have one, I have an older one where you can see it's like torn up from bite getting bit up here.
I gotta get some of those. I think I have I'm a cheapo. My favorite is going to be the Provoke and the Provoke 97.
I'll just turn the if you see, like, they're like, if you tell me I want a bait, man, like, they're freaking, they smash that thing. That one's not even that old. So yeah, I guess like the original was my first ever was, a standard size 110. Like, if I know they're biting a jerkbait. For the most part, I'll throw a 110. But like, if I need a bite, it's just a little more finessey. I'll throw a 110 Junior plus one. That thing it's just magical. It just gets big.
Yeah. I don't have any yet, but I got to get some because tactical.
And they're nice. They're cheaper than a 110. They're cheaper than a 110. Yeah. I mean, it's still $20, but at least it's not $24.99. It's $19.99. You know.
Yeah. It makes you feel a little better because you don't
a little
get that
better about yourself. Yeah. And it just gets big.
It's not $20. But I think Rich beat me to it. I was my first question was, what combo do you throw it on? Because I know you're throw it bad and bougie over there.
Well, when I got the X Pride with the Aldebaran. I slowly worked up to that. Okay, I didn't just like jump into that. But yeah, it's gonna be anywhere from a 6'6" to a 6'10" medium. I don't have a medium light anymore, but medium action casting rod is for the most part what I use. Before I got into what do you call it? Originally, I mean, this is going on a whole diatribe, but I remember I was in high school and I had a bunch of Rapalas, and I didn't know what the hell I was doing fishing a jerkbait. I was like, I want to learn this, right? I had the X wraps. I can't even think of the different sizes, but I was fishing. I had no idea how to fish a jerkbait. I was throwing it on like 16-pound mono, and I was throwing it on. It was a 6'6" medium heavy flipping stick. This was back before, like everybody has rods over 7 foot, but like you go back like 15 years ago, like there's a lot of like, I really like the shorter rods, to be honest, like especially for flipping. I was like, I love that rod. But anyway, I was throwing this rod that was not meant to be thrown a jerkbait, and like I was not getting bit. And then one day, you'll quickly learn if you're not having any confidence in jerkbait. When there's a jerkbait bite, it's not hidden. It's not like you even got to think about it. You just go out there, and all of a sudden you're like, "Oh my god!" Next thing you know, you're buying 20 jerkbaits.
That's kind of what happened to me.
And so I'm using like the wrong rod, this basic, jigging rod for jerkbait, and I'm still catching fish, but I'm losing a bunch of fish because the rod's too stiff and stuff. And then eventually I kind of realized, which is something similar to this is going to Rich Biggie. I learned this is also not going back to high school, but it was way easier to walk the dog with the spinning rod with using a spook. I like throwing that Pup Junior. I love that thing. And it was so much easier. I realized I'm like throwing. So then I was like, why don't I just throw jerkbait on my spinning rod? And for the longest, I used a spinning rod. And then I was like, but I kind of wanted to, learn it on the casting rod. And so that's when it was a Bass X. And I believe that's a 6'8" medium action, and I threw that on it was originally on just like a SLX 150. Then I went and I got, this is slowly in college, when the DC SLX DC, I got that because I was like, ooh, the DC.
I have one.
And then I like it, but for jerkbaits, I kind of quickly realized the smaller the reel, the better just all around. It's it's less weight, so you're not like killing your wrist and your elbow. And I feel like it's just easier to control, and because the reel is smaller, I feel like the startup, like the inertia for the reel, it's easier to cast the lures, like even smaller jerkbaits. On a size 70 is a lot easier to throw than a 150. And so for a while I had a size 70 reel, and then eventually I was like, I got the X Pride, which I always save like gift cards and stuff. And then I wait till Black Friday, so like I can get so I'll save that. And then the Aldebaran, similar thing. And then I had it's hilarious. I had Discover ads. I had saved my like reward points for like the year, so I had used that my like Discover rewards towards the reels. Like that was not really a secret, but I was like, I'm gonna save this shit for that. And so that's how I got the Aldebaran. And then when I got that in my hands, I was like. And now I can fish a jerkbait, like all day, like all week, and it doesn't affect me. But whole long diatribe, I like a medium action casting rod. It's got to have a soft enough tip, but also like a slightly firm enough backbone so that like you can like get the jerkbait to dart. Like if you're throwing it on, that was another thing when I was learning. Like I had like a glass rod I used for crankbaits. And I was trying to throw, at one point I was trying it out with that, and oh my god, Don't do that. I messed up my arm for like it's the rod
Way
is so
too early.
wobbly, dude. It like messed me up. But it was crazy because the smallmouth were going crazy when I was still catching fish on it, but it destroyed me. I even figured out before I got this is going into rods. Before I got that Bass X rod, that was my first true jerkbait rod. I found it was actually it was kind of decent at it. Was that it was the ugly stick, those GX2s. I think I had like a medium action of it, or maybe it was medium heavy. I don't remember. But anyway, it had a soft enough tip and a decent enough, because it's kind of like cheap, like enough like of a bend that actually was decent at like getting fish in.
Yeah, that's how it happens though. And honestly, look, that's like a good way to learn. Like sometimes you end up grabbing like a cheaper rod, and you're like, oh, this is more bendy, and then you're like, oh, wait, maybe I should be throwing a medium, or something like that. But
yeah, and I see Rich.
Let me say hi to Sly.
I'm happy with the medium, Rich.
Hi, Sly Fox. My bad, brother.
A medium spinning rod is all you really need. Honestly, if like you've never gotten into jerkbaiting, I probably highly recommend it. If you're just new to fishing, just throwing it on a spinning rod. Like there's certain advantages to throwing it on a spinning rod. Like casting it in the wind is going to be better. Outside of getting wind knots, if you're throwing like all floor, okay, that would kind of suck. But like casting in the wind, so casting distance, I guess theoretically you cast farther, but if you have like the right setup with your right bait caster, you're still going to cast that thing a mile. But I think the big thing is the drag. Like even like in the wintertime when it's cold, I'll actually throw a spinning rod because sometimes I'll throw like smaller jerk baits and stuff. And even then, like they'll kind of like nip at it. Like you'll get like a lot of like one treble, one little corner of the point on the hook. And the drag, you like loosen up the drag and you just play the fish better with the spinning rod than you can with the, with the bait caster.
It's a lot different because you can like set the drag like so perfectly on a spinning
reel.
So it's like you can really have that nice balance of like I'm leaning into them and like moving them a little bit, but it's also taking a little bit so I don't pull them off. Yeah,
for sure. And then like in the wintertime, like I'll throw, I'll fish stuff on 6 pound tests, dude, a small mount, or a large mount, is not the same as throwing 6 pound tests in, July. The fish are kind of like they're strong, but they're kind of like
never.
So yeah, I'll throw a 6 pound.
I'm done. Never. Especially in a tournament. I mean, like if I'm fun fishing, fine. Tournament, nothing under 12 is ever being thrown again.
You know how much I threw 5 pound this year? not a jerkbait on 5 pound, but I threw 5 pound test a whole bunch this year, man. I caught that 20 3/4 inch smallie I caught. That was on 5 pound. Yeah, that was on 5 pound test.
But that was Braid the leader. That was a leader.
Yeah, but I throw a long leader because I don't like it was on my drop shot setup, so I don't like I'll do like 40 yards. So I'm still fighting this fish. At that point, there's not even any braid out when it's near the boat with 5 pound on. So
you're drunk.
I mean, I'm not flipping in wood with that or something, but
I had 10 pound line and I had fish break me, and like maybe it was a bad batch line, but it was like it was P line.
Yeah.
It wasn't the black box, the good stuff. I have the good stuff over. It was like the blue box.
What knot are you using? Polymer?
I don't remember at the time. I think so.
Because it's depending on like if you're not wetting your line or whatever. Like,
yeah,
I did learn like you can the lighter the line. If you do like if you cinch it wrong, it's easier to break.
Yeah, that's why I just like I'm good. I'm good.
Yeah.
What little Rich say? You can let a Vision 110 sit and marinate in cold water. This responds to a tap. Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
It's
interesting.
Go ahead.
No, you go.
I was watching the Tactical Bassin video this morning, And that's exactly.
Oh, they dropped the video?
Yeah, that's what they were talking about.
Oh, okay. I was gonna say what's funny is, although I kind of learned this over time, this is for me. I know everybody's different. I don't really soak a jerkbait. I kind of fish it almost the same speed year round. Even when the water's like 34, I'll still fish it quick. I still catch fish. But that's just me. I know other guys, like, what was it?
That's
Colin.
one thing I was gonna lean into. That's one of my questions.
Yeah.
How long do you pause for?
Max 5 seconds. Max. That's like a slow day if I'm pausing for 5 seconds. But really, if my lake was open right now, or just anywhere I could be fishing jerkbait, I'd be like jerk, pause, jerk, pause, and that's about it. That's about as slow as I'll go. I'll fish it like that. I get bit. I think the most important factor is one, if it's suspending, true suspending or not, and getting it to the right depth that the fish are at.
Okay,
that's like the trick. Like if it's at the right depth, if you find the magic depth, and I mean not that I'm playing with line size, but it's easy for me because I throw 8 pound, so I can get it deeper than like if you're throwing 12 or 14 pound or something like that.
Yeah,
I think if you get it to suspend at the right depth, I think that plays a bigger role than like how long you pause it.
Okay.
Or like even having like one that sinks, because like I remember I fish that shadow wrap, and that was a sinking jerkbait. That was before I even got into the 110 and stuff like that. But I would fish that shadow wrap, and like you kind of like just by letting it pause a little bit, it would slowly get deeper and deeper. And sometimes you find like that magic spot where like, oh, I guess it's you hit the strike zone of like halfway, like the jerkbait's like halfway in, and that it's like, oh, okay, it's down to like 10 foot or something. Next it's like I'd be like pop, jerk, and a lot of times for me, I don't even get them on the pause. It's pause, and then when I jerk it, by the time I jerk it again, it's like loaded up on it. Yeah, you're like, oh, it's on it.
You go to hit it again, and it's just nothing. You're just stuck. You're just like, oh, sure. Okay. That's and
then like a mistake. A lot of people. I mean, I do this all the time still. I do this all the time. You get lazy. You're fishing, especially if you're fishing it all day. Always have 2 hands on the reel when you're fishing a jerkbait. Like, there's a lot of us, we're like jerking it and we're like flipping it. I see Greg Blanchard do this all the time. It kind of triggers me.
I do it.
He's like, his finger, and like, you don't know how many times. That's like, big hands. You gotta have. Yeah, but you're just jerking. Like I do that too, man. I catch myself all the time. But like when you're trying to maintain the right slack and the tension, like the right amount of like slack on the line and playing it, like sometimes when they'll hit it so fast. Like you've seen in those tactical baskets, like they'll inhale a jerkbait and they'll spit it out and somehow not get hooked, which is like crazy. What? Yeah, you're like, what the hell? Like they can do that as fast as you blink. But like if there's like even like a slight delay, I really learned that like having your hand on the reel really helps like get that hook in, even when they're slashing at it, versus like when you're just kind of lazily jerking with one hand. I don't know.
Yeah. Ruben said he used the 6/8 medium, the dial-up.
Yeah.
Looks like a cooler lid.
Yeah, I prefer a shorter rod for sure.
Slide straight braid. But I guess 30-pound braid is like equivalent to like 10-pound line though. Like it's like so much thinner. Like so you could still get away with.
Yeah. The only thing that matters there, I guess it depends, is like the jerkbait you're throwing. If you're throwing braid or mono, it's just the depth. Like if you have fluoro, it sinks. So theoretically, it's gonna get down a little deeper than if you're throwing it, if you're throwing straight braid. But there's times where maybe you want it to be braid or on mono if you want it to be up. Like if you want to fish a jerkbait, almost like a wake bait, like the original Rapala floater, where it's like you have like coontail, you're fishing like say like 12 foot of water and there's like 8 or 10 foot of plants. I'll still throw a jerkbait shallow over that, and they'll come up and they'll smash that.
Yeah, it's so good. It's so good. There's so many different ways to fish a jerkbait too. Charlie said he went out today and fished a jerkbait and got no love. But that was good. That was another one of my questions. what's like an unorthodox way that you fish a jerkbait that wouldn't be considered? I guess that you could say right there, like over the top of some grass, right there. But
yeah, I love throwing a jerkbait right around grass or like, yeah, I guess you could say fishing is shallow. So like taking like a 110. Yeah, like not a 110. You could throw it on like larger diameter line, and yeah, you fish it like you only wanted to get down a foot or two.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
You only wanted to get down a foot or two.
Honestly, that's one of my favorite ways, and you're getting it.
And you're like power fishing it. Yeah, almost like a top water. Yeah.
Yeah.
And they're just
and you see them come. Yeah, that's
especially
like
the smallmouth too. The smallmouth go freaking crazy for that. But the largemouth too, especially around grass. Especially fishing it around grass.
I got a lake before everything gets warmed up. And we got to walk back there. It's like 1.5 miles, but it's a nice little walk. I'll bring you back.
Yeah.
I'll bring you back. There's good fish in there. Good fish in there.
Yeah.
And actually, you're probably the best person to have with me because I saw a bear and almost. I was like, there's something bigger than me. I need to go.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
Funny.
Let me see.
The
What
Star
else?
Series. Oh, I see that. Oh yeah, they had. I did see that. They do have a shallow runner now. I do gotta grab some of that.
You're probably all
Mike
the way
Vogel.
down at the end. What time are you at?
I think he just 10:01. It just popped up. I don't know. I had the comments on live, I guess.
Yeah,
they have a shallow running jerkbait.
Yeah, see, there you go. Paul Brawl. He said he was letting it soak 5 to 10 seconds. That's why I was fishing it faster. I had to slow down.
Yeah. But I was fishing it fast. I mean, but it didn't. I guess you could say it didn't get me first, got me second. So who knows? But I wasn't fishing with Copic either. Oh, carbon.
He likes the carbon color. Uh-oh. This is what I wanted. So somebody's probably paying attention. Lindsay Rupp, how you doing, buddy? Fun fact, I've never caught a fish on a jerkbait. It's one bait that I'll be trying more this year. Come on, girl. I'm telling you, get that jerk pause. That first time you go to jerk it again, and it's just and you are going to be like, oh my, I'm telling you, it is literally the best thing ever. Literally the best thing ever. You're just like, doop, 1, 2, 3, doop, 1, 2, 3. Oh!
Yeah.
It's the best. It's literally.
And then there's like certain things, like if you're first learning the jerkbait, like things to think about, like especially from a kayak, you know? It's like if you're throwing like with the wind, thinking about
getting at you real quick.
Shama, hey, I got Daiwa too, but when I throw the jerkbait, I like my X Pride and my Shimano, dude. I'm one of those. I've got Daiwa Tatula Elites with Daiwa with Shimano reels on them. So it's just one of those things.
You're good.
But I like Daiwa. But I like Shimano. That's one of those things. I got Mega Bass rods. I got St. Croix. But yeah. What was I saying? But to Lindsay Rupp. Like certain things to think about. Like I learned this like early on, but it's way easier to probably fish a jerkbait when you're like with the drift, like you're kind of pulling your jerkbait, than like if you're drifting towards your jerkbait, because like you're always getting slack in the line. Like just certain things I guess to think about, like when you're like working it, and like less is more. Like some guys are like just doing crazy. Sometimes I see guys like they're first learning how to look at, and they just look so wonky. It's like how do you like cut an apple? Are you like
literally like
you cutting your vegetables and you're cooking dinner? Are you like it's like no, just like you just gotta do that, man.
Yeah, it's low risk.
Some guys are like they're doing some of the craziest stuff. I'm like,
oh my god!
But a big one I learned was like when you're in your kayak and it's on like a windy day, because I mean a jerkbait works great in the wind. One thing is like, though it could be kind of hard, like throwing like into the wind, but if you can, or like maybe diagonal.
A lot of the new ones got the weight transfer in it.
And I'll even do a thing where like I won't even reel, like if there's a good enough wind, you just jerk, and then you're like drifting, Jerk. The next thing you know, it's like you're like hooking up on fish, man. You're doing like a drift and jerk. That's a fun one.
It's great. Here we go. Question on technique on the jerk. Do you have a specific, like, how far do you want the bait to move? You like a 1 foot, 3 foot, 5 feet?
I kind of want it to barely move.
You just want it to dance, kind of.
Yeah, like so I guess like a foot. Like I wouldn't want it to move like 5 foot, because if you're moving at 5 foot, it's not really jerking in that. It's gonna like you're really pulling it more. Though I've had times, which is interesting, in Japan, they'll fish a jerkbait more like a freaking crankbait. They'll do a lot of where they'll reel and then pause and then jerk and then reel and pause and jerk.
You ever seen Greg Blanchard? He'll be fishing a jerkbait and he'll go jing ding, and then he'll go pop pop and he'll pull it.
Yeah, pulling it.
And then he'll reel it in, and so it'll go doom. It'll go like ding ding.
Yeah.
And then stop.
Yeah.
I've done that sometimes too, but like I've had
days. I've had days where it's not really a pattern where like I'm just all of a sudden I'm fishing a jerkbait, like a crankbait. But there's days where like a third or a quarter of my bites are when I'm reeling it in to make another cast.
Yeah.
I would start reeling it in. I guess you could say it's like speed cranking, right? Like the tech back off. I'm like burning it in. I'm gonna make another cast, and then they come in, and they come in and crush it. And you're like, I'm like, oh shit, I was gonna make another cast. They come right in and hit that.
Especially the smallies will do that. Rich, thank you, brother. Welcome to one of the Fishermaniacs. Look at that. Let's see what else. See? You've been on the show more than 15 times. You should just join up, according to Rich. You know what I'm saying? I like that. If you've been here more than 10 times, you should might as well just join up, Let me see what else. Look at this. Vogel's coming with the questions. Appreciate you, brother. Question. Did you
that was something that I saw earlier. I did see the new shallow runner. Okay. I gotta get that. I do have to get my hand on something.
So here we go. Here's another question. What new jerk baits do you want to give a try? Because I got one that I saw.
Oh yeah, I already ordered them. I already got one in here.
Talk about being prepared.
Oh yeah. So this is it's going back to the World Minnow. I don't know if you've seen the new. They can release Shimano. This is the MR World Minnow. So they released the 115 medium runner. Yeah.
Ooh, gotta have it.
Yeah, dude, and it sits kind of like more like a 110. Yeah. It's technically I think they call it the Zuverno. It's you've seen the Zuverno, right? That's the smaller one.
Yeah, I've seen them. I haven't. I don't know if I've seen them in person.
Yeah, they have the Zuvernos are really cool because they're different than the World Minnow. Where is that damn?
It's thick. It's big.
So I'll get all three of them out. Why not?
World Minnow's thick. I know that.
World Minnow's a big boy.
Yeah, first I was like, whoa.
Yeah, so that's the World Minnow, right? And that one. So this is one jerkbait. So like when you're looking at all it's a million brands of jerkbaits and stuff. When I look at a 110, to me that's like the finesse side of jerkbaits. You only do little pops. If you do the right pop, it'll actually, because it has such a thin build, like people talk about like the bill's too fragile, it'll actually dart like that. While other ones you do one tap, it'll jerk to the side. Yeah. A 110 with the right tap and slack, it'll do that. It'll dart twice. Yeah, it'll do a double. So sometimes too, people are fishing a 110 and they're like I said, they're going crazy. And it's such a subtle bait. They're like overworking the bait. Where all you need is like subtle movement. You don't need that. The World Minnow is on the other end. You can freaking crack on this thing, and then it'll start moving. Like if you're light with it, it doesn't do as much. So sometimes they'll still hit it like that, but that one you can crack on it. Its little brother is the Zuverno. If you look at the size different, so that's the Zuverno. That one, little light taps, and it freaking goes crazy.
Yeah.
So that's
do they make that in the medium runner?
No. So this is the first medium runner. Well, with the 3 hook, they have a medium or deeper diver one, but it's only like a two hook bait. This is
So
this is the Zumverno, the MR. They just released this. I think it came out in January. Not January, December. I think they released it in December or something like that. Or maybe early January. I don't know. Anyway, I got these. I want to try these out. I think they're not as, you don't have to crack them as hard as the World Minnow. And I'm really interested in that. They have a few different.
So I'm actually going to pull up the one I want to try because I saw it on.
Yeah, there's some fun colors. Like,
this is what I was looking at.
Oh, the duos. Yeah, it's a duo. Yeah.
So they actually look pricier. They came out with a new one because if you take a look at the other duo Realis jerkbaits, they're all 25, 19, 27. It's like kind of crazy. They just came out with this Realis USA Raz. Yeah, this is only $9.99.
Yeah, this is the 100 size. This one's the 100 duo. I got. These are duo makes good jerkbaits. These ones you can crack on them more. Yep, this is like their. I think this is 115. This is another duo.
I can't really see you right now. That's
got you. Yeah, oh yeah, I like that. Yeah, Prism Gill. That one's Prism Gill.
Yeah,
I have spy baits of that color.
Nice too. Okay, I see the Prism is their flash. Whoa, that's nice, dude.
Yeah, they got some.
I like that a lot. They got some good colors there. It's a 105. I do like the smaller size, but that's pretty good too.
Yeah, they have.
I was looking. I'll probably grab a couple of those.
Yeah, I actually have one in that Prism Gill. This is like this is technically more of a trout bait, but bass like the freaking. This is another duo. That's that Prism Gill. It's not that big. It only, and this is one of the ones. This one only gets down like a foot or two. It's on the small side, but
yeah, that thing is a little bit of a.
Yeah, it's not that big, but they hit that. I mean, granted, you're not necessarily you're gonna catch a lot of dinks with it, but the bass like this that's that Prism Gill color. I love that thing.
Here's a good question. What's the craziest thing you've seen while fishing?
While fishing.
I got a crazy story. I don't think I've ever told anyone, but you go first. Or if you want me to go first while you think.
No, you go first. I don't really have anything crazy. I mean, I've seen osprey catch fish or eagles fighting, but.
So this is not PG. So if anyone's sensitive, I'm just going to tell you exactly what I saw. So I don't care.
Actually, no, I have seen a funny thing, but yeah, go.
But I'm just going to tell you what I saw. So I was fishing up in Harriman. Nico, you know Harriman.
Yeah.
So is it a Scotty? A Scotty's the one where you go down and you park. Which one is that one?
I'm not gonna pretend to know like all the little ponds. Okay. I know like the main ones that I would fish.
I should probably scroll down to these. Jesus, I'm gonna skip comments.
Some of these smaller like little side ponds and stuff, I haven't fished.
Yeah. So long story short, there's like you on the main road, 7 lakes. You come down, and then there's a lake on your left. You turn into the driveway. You go down a little hill, and there's a lake there. There's another lake behind it. So when I first started fishing, my number one thing was, I'm not gonna let anyone outwalk me. I'm gonna go to the spots where no one goes. So I'm just gonna walk. I'm young. I can walk. It's only a mile or so. I'm good. I'll walk. I'll take the 20-minute walk. It's nothing. So I remember I was with this dude I had met, and I called him up. We were like, yeah, we're gonna meet up at Harriman. We'll go fishing. I was like, look, let's walk back to the other lake. He was like, all right, no doubt, dude, let's go. He's like, I don't go alone because I'm kind of big and I just didn't like, God forbid, he was older. And he was like, if I fall or some shit, I'm not trying to, God forbid, get hemmed up out here. I was like, no doubt. So we're walking through the woods, right? It's like 10 o'clock in the morning, right?
Okay.
We're walking through the woods and you go down and then you come up a hill. And we're coming up this hill, and this dude with no shirt comes up and is like, "Hey, brother, what's going on?" I'm like, "I got stuff." I'm like, "They got no." All right, like I ain't think twice. I'm like, it's the middle of summer, like it's warm.
There's plenty of people that don't wear shirts. Yeah,
I'm like, all right, he just one of these no shirt dudes. All right, cool, bet. Like, I'm like, hey, what's up, man? And I was like, is there like a trail to this other lake over here? Like, no, I'm going the right way. And he's like, yeah. Just go ahead and keep going on right there. I'm like, all right, cool. We take like 3 steps, and there's a hammock behind him. And I'm like, all right, it's getting a little, I guess they camped out, all right. And like, just like the cartoons from back in the day, the hammock, and it's got like, it's moving around.
Yeah.
So I'm like, all right. Another dude pops out. It's like, hey. Another dude pops out the other side. Hey. I'm like, just keep walking. This is not my type of party. I'm gonna just keep walking.
You were going on a trip to Rainbow Pond. You find the little hidden secret spot where the locals would hit up.
I just had to walk up. I was like, yo, have a good one.
Dude.
I was like, I'm gonna just keep going. Yo, I was like, dude. Oh my goodness, dude. I swear. That's exactly what I was like, holy smokes. That was the craziest thing. That was probably the craziest thing.
Yeah, that's wild. That's wild. Now I've seen like cool animals and stuff. Like, like deer swimming across like a lake or like eagles fighting, but they were talking like weird things. Well, not really weird, but I was like, this is off towards Albany, but this place, Grafton Lake State Park. It's like multiple ponds. It's kind of like a 7 Lakes drive, but way smaller. But anyway, there's some college kids, and this one girl is actually gonna skinny dip. But like this is like families and everything around. I'm like, damn. But anyway, she was so pale. I was like, like a car, like the glare of like from a windshield blinds you. Like she pulled her pants down and literally her ass was so pale. Part of my French. I don't know if you leave language on here or not. I was like,
oh, good.
And I was laughing so hard, and she got all embarrassed. She like got out the water because I kind of ruined the fun, I guess. But she was so pale, dude, that like she like blinded me. I was like, oh shit. Dude, it was legit. It was a spotlight, bro. Full moon spotlight. Like burnt my retinas. It was so bright. Oh man.
What's up, Monty?
Full moon for sure.
That's funny. Love that we can get a good laugh out of here, man. Charlie, you take this
it's a different form of jerkbait.
So honestly, Charlie, I don't know if you tried the 97 size. This is the smaller size. I think this is
I don't own any success stuff.
This is like one of God's gifts right here. To me. And this is where I love them too.
Oh, they have the silence. Yeah. Yeah.
So like my best day of jerkbait fishing here. I can show off a little bit too. This is my show, Nico.
I haven't even dove into my boxes.
I know. So my best day ever came on this. Milliken's Flash.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Silent.
Yeah, it's like makes me think of the Tennessee shad color in Mega Bass.
Yeah. And then
that 95. It's basically 110 Junior.
For the 110
Junior might be a slightly bigger, I think.
I was doing my research today. I was actually being a good YouTuber. I think it's 98.88 millimeters.
Yeah. Okay, yeah. Well, that makes sense because this is the Zuverno is 95, so it's the same size as the world the Zuverno.
Yep. So it's a little bit bigger than the reason I looked that up because I was like, I wonder if 6 Cents did it, if they made their bait the same size. So you know what's actually interesting? Is this it? I think this is a 97. Yeah, so here's a 97, the medium runner. Maybe I need to throw this more.
Okay.
Because this this is like translucent too. Holy smokes! I didn't even notice that until I put it up to the screen.
Yep, some of those ones like with the 110 Juniors, like that bigger bill on the plus one just does something like just how it works is just like.
Damn, oh yeah, you can barely. This thing is translucent. You can't even like. You see it barely when I do that.
What am I looking at? Like just
It's
like see through the bait. Yeah.
You can't really.
Yeah,
The screen doesn't think
colors.
it's just. Wow,
that's like
It's actually a little bit better than I thought it was. I'm holding it up to the light, and I'm like, once it gets in the water, this thing's gonna look crazy.
Yeah, it's like this is that Emerald Pro Green, I think. I think it's called Pro Green. But you can see like the BBs in here.
Yeah.
It's another
you
like
really, really good. So how do you do on those colors? You well?
Yeah. You just clear water, clear to like lightly stained waters when you're throwing.
Yeah. You just gotta know the time
and then and sunny. Like I mean, you'll still catch them cloudy, but like you're probably better off throwing like a more matte or like a flashy color.
Yeah.
Like something than like translucent. That's one thing. Like, me with colors and jerkbaits, it's more like they're either gonna bite the jerkbait that day or they're not gonna bite it, and then like color can like enhance your bite. You know?
Or the
can
flash
enhance it.
Like
yeah, but it won't. I don't think it dictates it.
See, it's funny that you said that because when I was fishing with Rich, I literally watched color matter, which kind of was crazy, but I watched it because I was fishing. Damn, I just put it away. It's all right. I'll get it. Don't be lazy. It's right here. I was fishing this Pro Blue. Where would it go? Anyway, I think we all know what a Pro Blue looks like, right? So I was fishing like a Pro Blue, and he was fishing like a white, literally right next to me. Oh, damn! It's right here.
He throws the.
I was fishing this right here, and he was throwing Vision 110 in white. I think
you're throwing this.
Yeah,
this one's a little more translucent. This is more like a French pearl, translucent.
Smoking me, dude. I mean, I guess he was letting it sit longer, but
yeah. But like, what I'm trying to say is like, okay, here's white. Here's another one. This isn't really white. It's more of a cream, but like, I don't really think of bass as like, oh, I'm really, like maybe like the enhanced spreader. Okay, they're gonna hit this. Maybe they'll hit this a little bit better, or like they're still gonna hit it, but maybe you're getting more like you change colors instead of like biting the tail. All of a sudden, their head shine.
Yeah.
So like you find the right color, all of a sudden, all the ones you're catching, their head shine. Like I've seen that. I've experienced that with color, or just like you said, like they can see it better. Like I wouldn't say like they're hitting white. They're probably not gonna hit a black jerkbait, maybe, and that's maybe enough of a difference in color. But I don't know. I'm not too crazy about like it's got to be like those guys are like. I mean, granted, I have a million jerkbaits, but it's more like I just like jerkbaits. Then like, oh my god, I have to have this color and I have to have that color because in this sunlight and this angle and that under that tree or anything like that. I don't go that crazy, but I do have like mattes and flashy ones and stuff like that. But my favorite, hands down, even though I have all these colors, is that gold perch. Yeah, that perch color, man. For me. Yeah.
I think that was about the story.
Yeah.
Oh, there we go.
Yeah, like here's another one. Like here's this one's that matte perch. As you also see, they freaking crushed that perch color. This one's been beaten up.
So this is actually a really good tip, real quick. Provoke tip. If you have any with the scales on the side, I'll show it to you. And this one probably has some of it, and simply because actually two of them, and I know it's happened to at least one of them. You just want to get the magical hook through the split ring. Yep. Of course, the one I need to pull out for the show. Here we go. What is this? Oh. So these here. Look, there's one on the hook actually. So it comes, these scales.
Yeah.
They come off. So on this back hook, oh, did it fall off? No, I don't know if you see it.
Oh, I see
Barely.
that. Yeah.
That's one of the flashy things. So they start to come off.
Huh.
What Vogel says here is if you take clear nail polish and you just paint it over that, the nail polish will seal it and they'll stay on for a lot longer. Because like I've seen it and it's like I'm not mad at them, or it's not like, oh my god, they suck. They're essentially just big, waterproof stickers. They're eventually gonna fall off. But that I do like that. So you know what? Damn, I just got in my own head. Question for y'all: do you think this is equivalent to Flash Boost with the water and the gate moving, or like not equivalent, but do you think that it can do kind of the same thing, where it gives it that bait that like, oh, it's still moving, oh, it's shimmy? Because at the end of the day, if you jerk it right and it comes to a stop, and then the water is like, I don't know. I'm just thinking.
I see what you're saying, but I guess you can argue like any like super flashy, anything that's flashy. Yeah, it's that quivering, the quivering in the bait is I think what really makes the flash boost.
I love that.
But
you throw the stunner, the Berkeley stunner?
I do have a couple stunners. I don't mind though. I mean, I catch fish on them. Yeah, I got
in your color. I got the stunner and the 6 cents in your color.
Yep. Yeah, I mean, they kind of, especially with the color, they made them pretty close looking to the But yeah, I have that perch color, and then I have was it the Northern Secret or whatever color?
Yeah, the Northern Lights. So honestly,
Northern Lights. Yeah. Northern Lights.
Really good. So crazy story about that bait. I think it was Northern Lights. That's the one. A pike broke me off, or pickerel broke me off. I went back to the lake a week later, hooked him in a tree on the other side of the lake, and he had my jerkbait still in his face.
No way.
See, I have it on video.
Oh no, I'm not. I didn't mean that like, oh, I don't believe it. That's
crazy though. Like I pulled up. I'm like, oh dang, I caught another pickerel. God dang it! Please don't break my. What? I instantly pulled out my phone and was like, yo. And it was like the one day that I didn't take my my GoPro with me.
Yeah.
Like, this would have been the best short ever.
Yeah, it's crazy.
But yeah, I was throwing them honestly. So I think it was like the first year they came out. I forgot if it was like Hookup Tackle or something. They did like a sale, and it was like all Berkeley, buy one get one, like something stupid where it was like
every once in a while like they'll have like a buy one get two.
Yeah, they did something. So like I literally went and got like every color stunner. I literally went and just was like, oh, they're brand new. I'm gonna go get those. So, but honestly, I like them. So the difference with the stunner for me is I feel like it's not. So, and this is, I like what you said a lot earlier. The stunner is not a finesse jerkbait.
No.
Like it's moving hard. It's got a lot of body roll. It's like a very wild jerkbait. Like it's all over the place, dude. It's like,
yeah, especially if you
rolling it, turn on its side. You know what I mean? Like I would not fish this thing in winter.
Yeah, but if you hit it, it works good. It's a sinking jerkbait. It works pretty good. Like it has like, if you hit it right too, it'll have a pretty tight. Like I'll get it like the stunner that it'll go. Like
it's nice.
Like a hard back and forth with the stunner.
I do like them a lot, and this
but like the 110 will be like like while the it's kind of corny, but you get like the stunner going like that, kind of like back and forth hard. Like I'll get it like this, the stunner, but like the 110 I'll like do like pop and it'll do, and then you kind of let it pause, and then then it kind of gets that little bit of a head thing, and then you're like pop, and then it goes. and kind of like stays and whatever. But they like that extra double if you hit it right.
Nico's from, I think you're from New York, right, Nico?
Yeah, I'm from New York.
Okay.
Originally from the Bronx, but I lived in Orange County. So
You live up in
if you're
the
from the
sticks,
city, it's from I live in the sticks. Yeah. I have like bears in my backyard all the time. Take the bird feeder.
You are in
Them
a
Jersey
state.
bears, dude, they're big. I got them. They come right over the border. They come right through, man. First bear I ever saw was at a Dairy Queen. I was like 7. My parents were like parking in the parking lot. We pull in the parking lot, and I like look at the garbage, the big dumpsters, and I saw a bear pop its head out. And like we got out the car, and my parents were like, "What are you talking about? There's no bear right now." And then all you hear is dum 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 dum. And sure enough, a little bear pops out, and then this big bear pops up with a carton and ice cream on its head. Big black bear, and just looking at us. And we have to like go across the parking lot to get into the Dairy Queen. And like I was like 6 at the time, so I was like, "Oh my god!" Like that thing looked like the biggest thing I've ever seen in my life at like 6 years old, And yeah. I live in the boonies. So if you're from the city, I'm in upstate. But if you're from anywhere else in northern New York, I'm from downstate.
Yeah, this is that. Yeah, you're still downstate.
Yeah.
Wait, what county do you live in?
Orange.
Is Orange County the first? It might be. You might be upstate, dude.
No, Rockland. There's Rockland County.
Yeah.
That's the first county. You're coming out of the city. That's the first one you hit on the west side of the Hudson River. Then it's Orange.
Yeah, so you're upstate, dude.
Then it's Orange. Well, yeah, You're going to say upstate. But, like, there's a big difference between being in Syracuse or, like, Plattsburgh.
Oh, no,
all right?
no,
Champlain is upstate, all right? So you got all the people
bad.
that are from, like, Champlain area, Adirondacks, and then they look at me, and I'm an hour and 15 from the city, and they're going to be like, upstate? Dude, you're, like, 6.5 hours away from me. Get out of here. You're upstate. You're downstate. They're all Bills fans up there.
Yeah.
Giants and Jets down here. It's just one of those things. Except for these people, I feel like there's a lot of like traders that were like Giants and Jets fans, but our teams suck really bad right now, so they all hopped on the Bills bandwagon. But
it's a New York thing. You can do that. There you go. Let's see.
But yeah, we're in the same club. I'm
gonna beat them this year.
Yeah, 110 Junior, man. That one for me is like my magic bait. Like, I guess if I could only have one, it would probably be the 110 Junior, just because it always gets bit.
I would go with the 6. I gotta go. Like, I know it's crazy. I got the hat on and everything, but I mean, to be fair, until now, I think I have like 5.
I throw a lot of different jerseys, like
I can like literally hold all my 110s right now.
Right here, Jermaine. This is the Canada. I've shown you this.
I think so, yeah.
Look how big the Canada is, dude. That's a 110. One. This is a 110. This is a 110, dude. Look at the Canada.
Jesus. Yeah, so it's one of your power jerseys.
Yeah, it's freaking massive. Dude, I'm forgetting how long it is. I know it's like 7 inches long.
Yeah, I only have 5 110s. So, and last year I only had 2. I had 1 junior and 1 regular. And I was like, nope.
While I bait. Man, the largemouth, dude. The freaking, if you could see they freaking tear this guy up. Dude, 1-pounders hit this thing. And they'll hit it to like, I've caught in like a 10-inch bass on this thing. And the only thing that was sticking out was like that. And you're like, you're like, what?
It's so annoying to unhook them.
It's stupid, yeah.
So annoying.
Like even like a little guy, but I've caught some good ones though on this. Usually when it gets bit, it's usually a good one. But like even the small ones, like this is like, I guess it's not really juice, but I'm big into like some people will play with hooks. I tend to like if it's a good sharp hook, I kind of just leave the stock hooks on it. I'm big into using the lead tape. I like putting tape on them. Storm I use the Storm ones. They're real easy because you can literally like. I think I got it. I am over here. They come in like a pack from like a bunch of them, and you'll even see like they save. So like I'll save these like little pieces, like that is good enough for a junior. Like that little piece right there. You put on a junior, and it'll almost, depending on the water temperature, it'll truly suspend because a junior actually rises. It rises, even depending on the water temp. Even like the 110 is like a slow rise. So you could put like a little bit if you want it to truly suspend or sink. I play with the tape a lot. I like it getting as close to true suspending or like I guess slightly sinking, but like the sink rate on it is barely noticeable. It's like probably more of like the blind bringing it down than anything. Like I don't want it like if it's sinking, it's sinking like this. So you're like looking at that like what? Now I'm not even pausing it that long, but at that point to me it's just truly suspended. I love using the on the fly. I like using the suspense strips. Yeah, that's like my one thing. Versus like, oh, I gotta know which split rings, and you're buying all these hooks and stuff. The suspense strips, dude. You can really like play with your baits on that one. But yeah, this is
Charlie,
like a fun one. They really freaking crush that.
Number one tip for making videos: just make them. On the YouTube side, number one thing I can say about my whole YouTube journey is that I just grew as I was making videos. And my most growth was when I haven't been good at it lately, but when I committed to one video a week and I did it for like 3-4 months straight, like I saw the most growth in my channel. I saw myself get better and it all became easier. So my number one thing I could say, if anyone's thinking about making videos, is just keep posting them and don't delete them. If you want to delete shorts, I get it. I've tried to play with the algorithm and posted a short at one time and then deleted it and then posted it again and then deleted it and posted it again. But like videos, just post them and leave them. Like I have a video right now, like that's taken off. I literally got 1,000 views on a video that I wasn't expecting. Like I'm not that big. Like I probably only have like 3 or 4 videos with 1,000 views. And this one video just started taking off. So you never know. Maybe the title was like, I'm not going to sit here and say I know what the hell I'm doing, but maybe the title was good. I literally just looked at, hold on, I'm going to look at my studio right now. It's got, I don't even know where it came from either, too. Okay, now it doesn't.
Yeah, it's just like fishing, man. You can't get better at fishing or learning a new technique if you're not fishing.
Yeah, it got 65 views. Should I continue getting the 6 cent sack? That thing got 1,000 views now. It's over 1,000. Out of nowhere. I was like, oh, and I got 16 subscribers from it. Woo-hoo. But yeah, that's my thing about YouTube there. Just keep doing it. You'll learn. It's just like anything else. It's just like fishing. It's just like learning a new job, it's riding a bike, driving. The more you do it, the more comfortable you get with it. Like it used to take me so long to edit a video. So long. Now I'm kind of like, okay, like I know the software, I know how to just breeze through it. Like just do it. And continue to do it and you'll get better, dude. But I think I saw something else. Somebody asked me if I had a bait.
You have any swim bait or something? Clutch swim bait?
Yeah, that's what it was. No, I don't have any clutch swim bait.
And then I think Mike Vogel was trying to be like emphasizing big baits, like throwing a Canada, man.
Yeah,
it's fun. It's a fun bait. It's a big bait. You can't throw it on a normal jerkbait rod because it weighs more than it. But
Frank said, "Can't put the jerkbait through a hole in the ice." This is the worst topic ever.
Hey, dudes. I mean, this year we have an actual winter, but the last couple of years, dude, I've been freaking. It was a lot of lakes were open in January, February. I was fishing the jerkbait a lot.
Michael Bradley,
I was fishing jerkbait in like 34-degree water.
Yeah, Michael Bradley, I am not. So if you follow Alex De La Cruz fishing,
oh yeah.
Alex does.
Alex, shout out Alex.
Alex is pretty decent too. He does the tournament, so I think he has almost our whole trail up.
Yeah.
And actually, so if you want to see, I'm actually in his last video. I think it's his last one because he has the Frall Brawl video up. I didn't even know he was recording.
Yeah.
And I'm in.
Yeah, that was the day that he picked up the
nice.
jerkbait and he started catching them. And he's like, I never even caught a fish on a jerkbait. And then next thing you know, he's like ordering all these jerkbaits.
Dude, that was because of me. I was fishing right next to him and he was throwing what he was throwing. And I was like, yo, I was just with Rich and I think we figured out the bite. And now he's like, yo, you want to go check over there? I'm like, yeah, sure. We go over there. Bam. I caught like 3 or 4 in front of him. He was like, so I got to tie on a jerkbait, right? I was like, yes, you do.
Dude, yeah.
And then he tied it on and he actually ended up catching him.
Let's see, what's the fun? I don't know. These are like baits. This is another in the wintertime. I like this is the Nanahan. So this is
I've heard about them.
Yeah, that's like the size. This is the +2. I think it's like 75 millimeters long or whatever. This can be the juice. It can even be the juice on the other end of it, like in July, or just like August, September. You just need to throw like a smaller size jerkbait. I'll throw no. I mean, I got my Instagram. I post on that stuff. I do have it's funny too. I gotta film more because I have this.
Yeah, we might have to get them.
I've had this. I got the 360 cam. It's just one of those things where it's like I'm lazy, so like set it up. It's like the big thing, Like I get lazy, but I've caught some cool things with this damn thing, I love that 360 cam. I have it like on all the time, and then it's pretty cool. The editing with that thing is like when you go in to edit it. It's like when you have it on the 360, you can like go in with like your phone, like it's like on the app, and you could almost it's like I joke, it's like World Star, like you're like somehow like in the video, and then you can like edit the video like you're filming it from your phone, if that makes sense. So like it's crazy shit. So like imagine you have the full 360 mode on, right? When I'm editing a video, I saw a big bass jump to my left.
You can
In the app, I can pan out and control it like I'm filming my phone. Like I'm taking a video on my phone, but it's the video that I already took with the damn camera. And I could be like, oh shit. And I can zoom in and stuff.
And just turn to the left.
And then I can just turn back to like what the video is and edit that segment of video. It's crazy. That's just crazy. The most recent comment by Grimy Fishing, I guess. I don't know what is that the people call him Frank?
Grimy.
I don't know. Grimy, duh. Yeah. Get it yeah, kitty.
Oh geez, we had an hour, dude.
Did we? I feel like we barely talked about jerkbaits, to be honest.
That's what I'm saying.
Well, before I get into the, I don't know, I'll give how Nico throws a jerkbait. I like 8-pound tests for most of the year. I might switch up to like 10 or 12 pound in like the peak of summer. I switch out my line a lot. I'll get like a big spool of it because like you start catching a fish on it and like the sun, because I throw it a lot, like it starts getting like coily. I haven't really tried, like I know there's line conditioner you can try and stuff, but I kind of just with that Aldebaran, my bougie setup, it's the Aldebaran, which these things are awesome. I highly recommend those the bait sacks, especially for the jerk baits, dude. Like saves you a headache, man. When it gets caught up in your car's seat and shit, like
dude, I had to do that one time. I literally had to like bend a hook out, rip it. Like I literally went and got split ring pliers and was like, all right, I'm gonna destroy my car because it like went, it went in, and I'm like, ooh, that's the upholstery to my car. Let me relax.
Yeah.
The split ring pliers. It turned into like a 20-minute ordeal. I'm like on my car, like in the back seat, trying to freaking get this treble hook out. It was crazy.
But yeah, what was I saying? So yeah, 8-pound test for me. I find it's like you get to a thin enough diameter, it really brings out the life of the jerkbait because the thicker the diameter goes, it kind of starts to mute the action over time. Like, granted, are you noticing that much of a difference between 8 and 12? I mean, I might maybe kind of. I don't know. I just find it definitely brings out the life of a jerkbait more.
What's your company?
This goes to like the hooks. People complain about megabass hooks being like super fragile, but these dudes are throwing them on 6-pound tests. Like that's what these hooks are designed around, like light line.
Yeah,
they're throwing a lot of them are throwing on spinning rods. So like when you're throwing it on 12-pound tests, you're throwing it. It's way easier to bend these hooks out. So you like if you're you're throwing on 14-pound fluorocarbon or 30-pound braid. And you have these light wire hooks that are designed to like they're basically designed to just a fish looks at it and they get hooked.
Yeah,
super light wire. They penetrate super easily. So you have like a super not super high, but higher diameter line, and then you're horsing these fish in. They're gonna break. They're designed for you to play with them more, play the fish more than like That's why you get either if you're gonna be fishing like Justin Hamner around docks and wood. And he'll throw I think 16 or 18-pound fluoro or something like that. He throws like big line.
Bugs out,
And he'll upgrade the hooks and stuff so that if you're fishing it around that, then you got to do that. But for me and how I fish, I throw lighter line. I still throw around docks. I throw near wood, but I'm not throwing it right into wood. And I'm also not fishing for down in Lake 4. Catch a 14-pound bass and the Bassmaster or something like that.
Colin throws his 110s into wood.
Yeah. So. That one, throwing it into wood is a little bit wild to me. But I do like to get them closer to I do full fluorocarbon. On my bait caster. Now on my spinning, I'll do braid with a long leader. I tie a FG knot. So I'll do 6 or 7 pound on a spinning rod, fluorocarbon to 10-pound braid. But on my casting rod, I throw I go back and forth. Depends what's available. I'll throw 8-pound sniper, or I like the Tatsu. It's a little bit limper of a line. I like that 8-pound Seagar, right? Seagar? Yes, Tatsu. I just call it Tatsu, but I think it's by Seagar. It's the Tatsu line. That's what I like to. That's my go-to. But I'm crazy. I throw 5-pound test and tiny baits a lot. So I know other guys are like, "Oh my god, 8-pound." I mean, if you throw it on 10-pound, you should be okay. But that's for me. I have used 20-pound tests and they had no problem in the full size.
20-pound on a jerkbait. I mean, look, as long as you're not forcing the fish, you're fine. If you're letting the rod do the work.
Yeah. I don't know. I mean, these hooks are pretty fragile. I've had them. If you're not careful, they'll break when you're taking them off a fish,
Yeah.
I mean, I guess any treble hook can do that, but I find they can be just as fragile as those Katsuwagis, for sure. But I just know that they're technically designed for lighter lines. So 20-pound, I'm not saying that you fish with 20-pound, you're going to break it. But if you're horsing them in, has a higher chance versus this freaking beefy hook. That's not breaking easily. This beast of a thing on the Kanata, you can throw this on braid, 50-pound braid. You're not going to really damage that beast of a hook. For megabass, that is.
You ever mess with the trapper hooks?
No.
Yeah, it's
but like
crazy.
I said, I don't really play too much with changing hooks. I don't. I kind of keep them stocked.
It's insane. I don't understand. They're I guess the company just went out of business. What am I trying to do here? Oh, here we go. So I guess the company just went out of business, and apparently they pitched it to everyone that they were going to be the next big hook, because this is what it's been at Tackle Warehouse.
The brand is called Trapper?
Yes.
That's that crazy. I remember those drop shot hooks.
Look at the price.
$197.
Buy more,
I'm
save more.
I'm curious about.
Dude, they're great hooks. I have them. I literally use these.
Oh, the
So
EWG.
you know
I don't know. When I look
the,
at like the thinner one, I don't know. I just look at the.
so you know
Not
the
that they wouldn't hook a fish, just how they could throw. The EWG looks kind of decent.
you know the Cotton Cordell Super Spot.
Cotton Cordell Super Spot. What's that?
It's like these are like they're like $2 at Walmart, but they're a great. Hold on. All right, I'm gonna close this because you guys get it. Yeah, if you guys are looking for hooks, I literally have these. I've used them personally. They're fine. Got someone new to fishing, or you want to just try a new technique. You want to see if you can even change hooks out. Please go get these. Whole premise behind this is this bend right here that locks the hook in instead of the hook just on a straight bend. On the straight bend, they say, "Oh, okay, look, here we go. I got one right here." The fish will just slide like this. Will literally just slide up.
Yeah.
With that nook, like, dude, and it literally works. Like I see it when I hook them. That nook goes in their meat. They're not coming off. Great hooks. But anyway, so anyone who's ever fished, let me stop sharing. Stop screen. Anyone who's ever fished a Cotton Cordell Super Spot, great lipless. But there's those hooks.
Oh, you got this.
Because like,
yeah, no, a bass will throw a lip pretty easily good too.
The hooks that come on this thing are literally like I could literally like go like this, and it's starting to bend. I can literally just, and it's literally like you're flexing it out. Like you can catch like
yeah.
Their hooks are like soft plastics, Yamamoto soft plastics. 1, maybe 2 fish, and then you're like, and it's the hooks. So it's like if you want to get these liplesses, but there's something about this lipless. I don't know if it's the sound or it's a lot of BBs in there, but they're $2. Old Debo jumps up and down, ranting and raving about these. But yeah, I think every single one I have, I haven't lost. Yeah, here's the old silver. This is my dad's favorite right here.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, but you can see those hooks. I changed them out because all the hooks, like I said, the hooks that come on this thing are hot garbage. So do yourself a favor. Don't even fish the hooks that come on. But yeah, I've used those hooks. They're actually pretty good. Good shout out, Sly.
I just wonder how much if you're going to put them on a jerkbait, I guess, how much they weigh.
Yeah, it would definitely change some things. You got to be, you definitely got to pay attention. There you go. Look at that. Yep. The original, yep. That's a Walmart special, dude. Yep. But let me see. Yeah, they are good. Yeah, try them out, dude. I'm telling you, that stuff ain't bad. Like I said, I got a bunch of it. I saw it, and dude, when I got it, this was like 2 years ago. It was like 30-40% off. That's what makes me wonder is like, I don't understand how they've been on sale for that long and they haven't like gone under or just like been gone. But
it's like that furniture store that's always saying they're going out of business, but they're around for forever. They've always got a clearance sale going on.
Last wholesale has to go. Wholesale has to go.
Yeah. Been around since like 1982.
Right. All right. Well, look, we got to 1 hour and 18 minutes here. I'm not going to keep you too late. I know you got to be up early in the morning. And benefit of the people, of the fishing maniacs, we got Mr. Nico here again next week. We're going to get him for his drop shot expertise. And I know I'll kick him in the shin, but he's gonna drop some knowledge on us about a nice little rendition he does. So something different. Yeah. I don't think I'll give you the credit. I've never seen anyone else do that. Like I'm not gonna sit here and say that I fished around a million guys.
Yeah.
I've been fishing for 30 years, boy.
Yeah.
I've never seen that before. No, I'm not one of them.
Yeah.
But I think I've been around enough people that I was like, "What did you say you got out there?"
Yeah.
Oh! And as soon as you said it, I was like, "Okay, that does make sense." Yeah. And then I watched you beat my ass on it. So
yeah, the drop shot. I would say like what? Let me think. Like this season.
No. Save it.
The drop shot was probably like. Oh, I'm giving them baits. Like I got the most percent of drop shot. Then it was a jerk bait.
Mm-hmm.
Then it was like a finesse ball head. Paddle tail. Like a 2.8 Kitech basically. Those are like my top 3 baits.
Yeah.
For the season.
It's interesting too because those are the 3 baits I say. I'm like going into the winter. I'm like, only thing I'm throwing. First tournament, it's like 42 degrees out. Chatterbait. I'm like, yeah, I'm back, boy. But oh man, all right.
That's
so
funny.
Next week we got Mr. Nico in here again. We get round 2.
Yeah, I got some drop shot juice.
Yeah, we'll go with a drop shot juice. Get your finesse game out. Get your fairy wand, your sissy stick, whatever you want to say. But and very consistently. And when we're doing a tournament thing, that's what we need. But any last closing words for tonight, Mr. Nico?
Dang, I don't know. I feel like I can talk about. That's how it always goes. You can talk about jerk baits for hours. I feel like we barely even really got about jerk baits, right? To be honest, we gotta get so many side tangents and things like that. But yeah, I don't know. I guess I got too much. If I got to tell anybody getting into jerk baits, if you're gonna get one jerk bait, it's gonna be, and I'll give you the color. All right. I know I got it somewhere. All right. It's gonna be, if you're in the Northeast, you're in Midwest, 110 Junior +1 in what you call it in the perch color. If you're like down south and we're all talking about shad, fishing all that shad or something, I guess not really shad, but like I guess my other favorite color is between these two. These are pretty good. Like obviously what is it? The Katsuwagi. What's the damn color? I'm forgetting the name of the color.
I forgot the name, but I know what you're talking about.
I was Sagaki. I'm messing that up. Or then this I think is a Tennessee shad. That's like this was the one that makes me think of that color you like. You said the Milliken color.
Yeah.
Yeah, this one. Yeah. Yep. In the 110 Junior plus.
Interesting that you didn't throw Matt Shad up. Thank you. Actually.
Yeah, no, like I mean, it's a good jerkbait, but the color I'm in love with. This is my sweetheart. Okay, I would marry this color if I had to marry color. They say what marry. What's the joke? It's like the 3 things: you marry, kill somebody, marry him, kill him, or I don't know.
Oh, marry.
I don't remember what it is.
Or something like that.
This is gonna be this will be my first wife. Okay, this is my first wife. This is my second wife. And maybe throwing a translucent or something. Like this one, I'm saying first one. This they're both shiny. Like okay, I got a shiny one. And then probably I throw in like a translucent as my third, but you see this in whatever Dick's Sporting Goods, whatever your local. I'm trying to think. What are some local things out west?
Some Mega Bass.
Yeah.
I think Dick's does. I know
that color, man.
There's a spot by me that actually has some good tackle, but.
Yeah, I'm trying to think of like I see the commercials for them, but we don't have any near us. I'm trying to think of like the ones that are like out in like Missouri.
They don't say hi to me when I walk in, and they just look at me like I'm a crackhead, and I'm just like,
yeah. No, when I'm looking at, they spy on me when I'm like checking out checking out the rods.
Yeah. No, but
I'm holding.
I went in. And then we'll get at it.
Like, is he about to run out the store with it?
Yeah, I went in the dead of winter. Like I went like 2 weeks ago.
Yeah.
And I literally walked past the dudes. They were at the counter and they were blocking the path to the back. I literally walked up and go, "Excuse me." And they just looked at me like I was crazy. And I'm like, all right, dude. I know I got I came out of work. I had like my suit on, like I had a turtleneck on. I got my slacks and my shoes on.
Yeah.
I'm like, y'all don't know. All right. Like I'm not like, if like I just think like I'm a salesman, so service is like everything to me. Say hi.
Mhm.
The middle of
Yeah.
the winter. There's nobody walking in your fishing tackle shop every day. I'm sorry. There was one other dude in there. You know, it was like, hey brother, how you doing? You need help finding anything? You good? No words, no nothing. So I'm kind of a little bit reluctant. They got a nice tackle shop. I'm probably gonna go over there and spend some money, but I'm a little reluctant too because they don't say hi to me when I walk in the door. But that's a whole nother topic. We're closing in on an hour and a half. Let's get up out of here, Fishing Maniacs. Nico, I'll see you next week, brother. And
sounds good, man.
Everybody else, peace and love. Deuces. See y'all next week.